You can feel it in your gut. Something's shifting, quietly and permanently. Now, not with a bang, but a slow unlearning. See, people don't know what they're waking up to, they just know the old map doesn't work anymore. Inflation feels normal, savings feel stupid, and for the first time, people are wondering, if 40 years of hard work leads to this, what am I actually building? But in that void between delusionment and clarity, a strange number keeps surfacing. Now, not a million, not 10 million, but 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, which is 1 million satoshis. Just a fraction, a sliver, a whisper of an idea. And yet, for those who see it, 0.01 worth of Bitcoin changes everything. Now, it's not the amount, but it's the meaning. Now, if you're looking to stack 1 million satoshis, then this playbook will really help you out. So what I'll do is link this down in the description below. See, the average person still thinks in fiat terms. Salary, expenses, investments, retirement. And they hear 0.01 worth of Bitcoin and they think, how could that possibly matter? Because in their mental operating system, value is loud. Big houses, six-figure accounts, financial freedom through index funds and time clocks. But here's what they don't see, and it's costing them everything. Scarcity doesn't show up loud, it whispers first, then vanishes. Now, 0.01 worth of Bitcoin isn't loud yet, which is exactly why it's powerful. So, let me give it to you like this. Most people will miss 0.01 worth of Bitcoin because they're still measuring value in the wrong direction. They're asking, is it enough? Will it grow fast enough? Can I retire off that someday? Well, they're the wrong questions because that's fiat framing, that's Wall Street logic, and that's legacy programming. Now, the real question is this. What happens when everyone else starts waking up? Because once 8 billion people realise that their money isn't saving them, they're going to run towards the only lifeboat that can't be printed, paused, or permissioned. And when they do, well, 0.01 worth of Bitcoin won't look small. It will look impossible. So let's go ahead and break it down. There are only 21 million Bitcoin, and that's ever. And most people still have no idea what that truly means. 21 million coins for the whole world. But you don't need one whole Bitcoin to be early. You just need 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, which is your 1 million satoshis. So let me translate that to real terms. If 50 million people eventually wake up and try to buy Bitcoin, and that's a low estimate, there won't be enough for everyone to even grab half a Bitcoin, let alone one. See, the math works like this. 21 million coins. Over 19 million are already mined. Millions lost forever. Huge chunks held by governments, whales, and long-term holders. Now that barely leaves enough for millions of people to grab 1 million satoshis. But let's go ahead and now zoom out. Think about the land rush, the domain name explosion, the early internet protocols that minted millionaires. Now 0.01 worth of Bitcoin is that moment. Except this time, it's not just ownership of value, it's the refusal to let your time be stolen. See, picture this. It's the early 1800s. The US government opens up the frontier. Land is cheap, almost free. Now, most people don't believe it's valuable yet. Too far, too wild, too uncertain. But a few settlers see the map differently. They claim small plots, just a few acres, and fast forward 100 years, well, those plots are now worth millions. Now, not because the land changed, but because the world caught up. Now, that's what 0.01 worth of Bitcoin is. It's the land before the city. It's the domain name before the .com. And it's the asset you question now and regret missing later. But let's go deeper, because this isn't just about wealth, it's about truth. Now, the system wants you to believe that small is insignificant, that if you don't have enough, you're irrelevant. But Bitcoin flips that, and 0.01 worth of Bitcoin doesn't make you rich. It makes you free. It means you saw before the masses. It means you opted out before the panic. And it means you stopped measuring value through a fiat lens. Because in a world that constantly inflates your time away, holding even a small piece of unstealable energy makes you dangerous. So, why do most people miss 0.01 worth of Bitcoin? Well, because they're waiting for permission. They want CNBC to tell them. They want their financial advisor to bless them. And they want the price to look cheap. I'll buy when it dips. I'll get it once it's safer. And it's already too late. Now, they're all versions of the same disease, and that's dependency. See, you've been trained to wait for signals, wait for approval, wait for certainty. But the truth, well, the truth is scarcity doesn't wait. It doesn't care about your timing. And by the time you feel safe, the opportunity is gone. And by the time the headlines are bullish, the market has already moved. And by the time you try to buy 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, someone else is already stacking your future. Now here's the twist. This isn't about owning 0.01 worth of Bitcoin. It's about becoming someone who understands what that means. See, most people will see Bitcoin as a number. Few will see it as a filter. But the ones who do, well, they're stacking now, quietly and consistently. Now, not because they want to get rich, but because they refuse to stay blind. Because when the world realizes what's happening, 0.01, your 1 million satoshis, will be more than just money. It'll be proof you were early, that you were sovereign, and that you remembered before they tried to delete your money. Now, you don't need a million. You don't need to trade every day. You don't need to know what Bitcoin will be worth next year. You just need to know this. Most people miss history while it's affordable. They walk past greatness because it's quiet, and they ignore escape hatches because they're not trending. Now, don't be most people. Stack your 1 million sats. Hold it, protect it, understand it. Because the dumbest reason to miss it is waiting until it makes sense to everyone else. Now, by then, it won't be 0.01 worth of Bitcoin anymore. It'll be your last regret. Now, if this resonated with you, then don't just scroll. Don't just nod. Stack, even $10 at a time, $5 at a time, or whatever you can afford, because 0.01 worth of Bitcoin isn't a lottery ticket. It's your proof of awakening, and most people, well, most people are still asleep. But you're not, so let's build, let's stack, and let's remember who we were before fiat forgot. Now, one last time, I'm just quickly going to chuck this in here again. If you want to come and check this out, there'll be a link for this down in the description below. Now, if you've made it this far, and if you're not too sure what to watch next, well, I have this playlist just here, which you can go ahead and binge watch if you enjoy watching my content, or if you want a shorter little video, you can watch this one just here, which is recommended to you by YouTube.